Happy New Year! So we gets back from the holidays, and my last video of 2025 was about the context graphs, and actually not about the context graphs itself, but about the statement that this year should be the year of the agentic memories that focus on the causality and explainability, and I showed that we need something much more than the decision traces that are main subject of the context graphs. We just need to understand how these decisions influence on each other and have the possibility to learn on it. And I criticized a couple of the statements that was in the original article. If you want to go to the more details, actually you could see my previous video. I will add it to the end of this video and actually read my previous article. But the context graphs as a term matter. Actually, I like the idea of the decision traces. But as I said, you could take a look to the causality and causality ducts. You could take a look to the decision trees. All this exists since decades. We don't need to reinvent new wheel and package it to the new marketing package with the enormous amount of hype, to be honest. But what I want to take your attention to is the fact of the not the decision traces, because it's quite hard. The actual explainability and causality is a quite hard topic. But what's low-hanging fruit actually? It's the data traces. The data traces, actually what I mean, that even on my previous implementation of memory for my kin, I always left the link to the original conversation or original source where I extract the entity and the relation in the graph. And with this simple approach, I extend the graph not only with the entities and some facts, but the sources where we learn or see these facts first time. And it's quite important to have this the basics for the epistemology layer that create not only the facts and memories, but the sources of these facts and memories, and then we could apply the epistemology learning and say that this one came from some belief, this one came from verifiable fact, this one came from this particular thought, and if in the future we change our mind or we get more information about the source itself, we could actually revalidate everything that was used this information. So the explainability and decision traces needs to have the data traces as a basics for taking a decision in the future, and it's more easier to achieve because actually it's more about the information architecture than the complex causality analysis. That's why my suggestion is simple: build the data traces first, follow the sources, apply the epistemology analysis, and then we could do something more interesting with the causality and explainability also. So that's all that I was keen to share with you. See you next time. Choose.